Hello, it's us again. Different. We're on a bed. In particular, Natalie's got 4 pillows under her legs and almost asleep, I would say.
The problem is they're very squishy pillows, so it must meant I've had to have more of them.
But it works well because you're at a nice sort of angle.
That's what I was going for. There was only 3 initially, and then I realised how squishy they were.
Why are you doing that though?
Because you told me to.
Where are we?
We're in Romania.
Yeah, we are in, I was about to say Budapest. We're definitely not in
We're not in
Budapest. We're in
Budapest.
Bucharest. So you got registered, all that carry on today. Went down to the venue, which is only about 20-minute walk from here, so it's not too bad, but we're not going to be walking it because that would be cruel. Yeah, so today is
Friday.
Yeah, so we
The longest Friday in the world.
It's been a long day because my dad picked us up at 2 in the morning, dropped us down to Dublin Airport. We were mooching about there for 2-3 hours. Got the flight. Was that a 4-hour flight?
Yeah.
And then, well, it was actually, well, if you think about it, it could be a 6-hour flight technically.
Well, yeah, but we were on the plane for 4 hours.
So we're 2 hours ahead. So with that, we then arrived here, got a bus to then get the metro to our apartment, dropped stuff off at the apartment, and then went to registration.
Yeah. And then came back from registration. Probably you worked away to the shop while I was waiting in the line. I was waiting at registration for like an hour. And then we got back here probably just before 7 and have finally been able to stop for a bit.
So this is the less glamorous side.
Yeah.
People talk about the training, people talk about being on stage. This is what happens before. The few days before, this week, you were depleting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then carbs went in. Friday, today, lots of carbs went in. And there's inflammation and stuff like that from the flight. But we're all sweet, we're all good, we're ready to rock and roll. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 29 degrees.
Oh, good to know. Perfect. Ideal.
Did you not know that?
No.
All right. Yeah, so it's going to be very warm tomorrow, but I think that aircon in the corner looks brand new, so it might work.
Good. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, so this will be Natalie tomorrow as well. But yeah, so how do you feel anyway at the moment?
Tired and a wee bit puffy.
Yeah, anything else?
I don't know. What do you mean about?
In general, what do you do today that would be different? Like, what have you done this week that, to prepare for, Sunday?
Well, eat what you told me to eat. Do what you told me to do. So peak week's a funny one because I know the pattern of myself and you must get really frustrated with it. But, I'll be all beers on peak week, peak week's easy enough to me because I'm you've done the diet and you've done all of that bit. You can see it and it's there. So I've felt hateful, don't get me wrong. Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't think my legs worked. It was hateful. And it was just gross. And then Thursday, obviously felt a bit buzzy from carbs and stuff. Today I feel like my limbs don't work. But in general, I have this pattern of feeling of I'm all biz, I'm all good. Oh my God, I'm terrified. And then I have a miniature breakdown every time. And then I'm over that and I'm no, I'm all good. I'm really excited. Let's go. But to be fair, none of it's felt real until today, going down to register and meeting the rest of Team Ireland and getting our kits and stuff and pictures taken. And yeah, it's only now I'm representing Ireland.
As an English person.
I know, it's hilarious. The English person's representing Ireland. That's really funny. So it's still not really totally sunk in, and I don't think it will until I'm there and I'm dressed and I'm tanned. And to be fair, I'm getting tanned tomorrow. My first coat that might be when it starts to sink in. No pun intended. I don't know.
As you can tell by the energy, this is the energy of the week.
This is me.
Your body just takes... It's so tiring for your body to utilize the carbs, because through the start of the week we're fat loading. So females hold more fat within the cells, so that would be your intracellular triglycerides. Fat in cells, yeah. And also we put the fats in as well because it makes you more sensitive, so your insulin sensitivity is higher. So then when the carbohydrates come in, you can utilize them better. And that's one of the things, but I say utilize them better. Imagine I told you to go for a run now.
I would probably hit you.
Yeah.
I'd say you go for a run.
I would be able to run around you while you try and hit me. Mm-hmm. But no, that's exactly it. And this is the slightly less glamorous side that people don't really see. And this is part of it. So that's why I did this today. But tomorrow we're probably going to do more as well. Just sort of show you a little bit about what you eat in a peak, all that sort of stuff. And just kind of let you be a little bit more involved. And yeah, one thing I'll say is, like with Natalie saying about it's great, and then you have this sort of, oh, this isn't real, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get those feelings if you feel passionately about something. You agree? I love how you're just like, eh. But no, that's the main thing, and that's where you want to have those feelings about anything. Whether it's going to the gym to do a session, whether you're writing an essay, I don't know. So many different things. If you feel passionately about something, it will get a mixture of emotions coming out. And that's the main thing about it.
And then add into that the fact your hormones are up the left anyway because you've spent so long dieting. That's all then going to be heightened as well. So any amount of care you have is like tenfold.
Natalie is currently like a china vase. Like a really, really, really old china vase. It's really, really valuable. And it's so delicate and dainty that one little gust of air can send it over the edge and make it go, and that's
accurate.
Yeah, that is quite accurate.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah. You're a little
accurate
delicate china vase.
in the vase.